I'm so busy. There's never enough time in the day. There's just so much to do. Is that something that you say often? Until recently, it's something I said quite often. When people ask you, how are you? Do you say, I'm busy, really busy? It's like some sick badge of honor that we wear in American society. And it's got continental proportions. On the plains of the Serengeti, do you think that the natives are busy all the time? Or do you think they have time to simply be? I find it interesting that for 100,000 years, humanity existed as hunter-gatherers. We worked 20 hours a week on average to meet our needs. 20. We then had the agrarian revolution, where we could grow our own food in large quantities. And the industrial revolution, where we could produce things at rapid paces. Now we're in the information age. You'd think with all this evolution, we would work less than 20 hours a week. I don't know about you, but I'm working a hell of a lot more than 20 hours a week. And I'm not happy about it. There's never time to just be. Me, I'm studying for 2 exams. Our accountants in the room, myriad number of them, have to constantly keep up with 4,000 and growing pages of tax code. Our bankers and investment specialists, they need to keep up with constant regulation. There's always something to work on. Let me tell you something about France. Did you know that in France, the government mandates that employers provide their employees 30 days of vacation annually? 30 days to sit around and eat croissants and jam. Crepes and Nutella. Can you imagine what that would be like? I don't know, but I'd like to have that problem. On the other end of the spectrum, America, land of the free. How many days are mandated by the government? 0. 0. What's even more sick about our society is the fact that half the people that get vacation get less than 10 days a year, and those people that get vacation, half of them don't take their full allotment. 61% of Americans work while they're on vacation. To me, the mountain of evidence that states that America is a sick society is very obvious. I've been looking for a way to escape this madness. I don't want to exist like this anymore. I mean, what if there was a lifestyle where you had a job that was fulfilling to you, but also met the needs of other people? One where you weren't constantly running on a treadmill of busyness. One where you're connected with other people. One where you were in tune with the planet's needs. Well, I found it, and it's not the land of Oz. It exists, it's a real thing. In fact, I found 1,500 of them in the US alone. They're called intentional communities. You may have heard the term communes, which conjures horrible images from the 1960s of dirty, smelly hippies protesting wars and giving free hugs, riding tractors naked. I've had some experience with communities. My uncle is the world's greatest hippie. My sister's not far behind him. So I visited too, and I could tell you some stories. And I will, because I can.
Tell us.
Yeah. The first commune that I visited was in Eugene, Oregon. My uncle, in 2001, was living there. I took 5 days to go over. Let me tell you about the first hour. In the first hour, a young woman invited me to the hot tub. Reid, would you like to go to the hot tub? I said, sure, let me get my bathing suit. Bathing suit? You don't need a bathing suit. We get to the hot tub, and it's a giant cauldron filled with old people, young people, grandmas, I think vegetables too. I wasn't sure if they were going to eat me or eat each other, but that would be eating meat, and they don't eat meat at the commune. At Lost Valley, I learned the pleasures of vegetarian cuisine. Hemp and all this other healthy stuff. It was so healthy and flavorless. But what the commune lacked in flavor, it made up for in spirited conversation. I found that hippies, by and large, are highly educated, intelligent, and fun to be with. in 2007, I was given the gift of time. The best gift I ever got. And I took off to Hawaii, where my sister was living on a yoga retreat. For 6 weeks, I lived in an A-frame in the jungle. I worked 4 hours a day, 4 days a week in the kitchen, and the rest of the time was mine to spend as I wished. The pool was bathing suit optional after 2 p.m. I didn't avail myself of that opportunity, but I did swim quite frequently laps at the nude beach. It wasn't the nudity that I remember about my time at Kalani. It was ecstatic dance. Every Sunday, people from all over the county would come in to Kalani's largest building, and we would have drum circles and DJs, and people would just dance to get their ecstasy out, to feel life. That's what I remember most about my time at Kalani. And I remember the connection with other people. The crusty old Reid that you see before you was much softer back then. The people on the communes, I found, they know something that you and I don't. They know that our society is not sustainable. They know that when the zombie apocalypse arrives, you and I will be tasty snacks because we can't sustain ourselves. They know that retirement for generations X, Y, Z, and the millennials is long gone. They choose simply not to participate in this madness, this treadmill of life, constantly educating, constantly chasing more money, constantly consuming. They choose instead connection with one another. This is the lifestyle that I look for Suzanne and I in the future. I feel our retirement will be one where we live on a commune. If we don't win the lottery, that is. We'll be respected elders amongst the community, working, doing what we want, when we want, at peace with the world, and spending lots of time naked. The next time I ask you, how are you? I don't want to hear, I'm busy. I might just slap you. Instead, I'd like to hear you say, Reid, I'm really good. And I'm looking into intentional communities. We just might be neighbors one day. And I'm Toastmasters.